Are you still checking your tire pressure on your motorcycle the old-fashioned way? That's so dumb. How are you supposed to keep track of it? And you have to pull your bike apart to do it. So I found this. This is a tire pressure monitor system, TPMS, for your motorcycle. It comes with like a bar mount and two little sensors for your front and rear tire. It looked like it had really good reviews, and I did some research, and it looked like it was working really well. So I went ahead and picked one up to give it a shot because honestly, for any motorcycle, it's going to be handy to do your T clocks they teach you, to check your tire pressure before you go for a ride. And then I liked it too because it does temperature. So that's really cool for like a lot of sport bike riders before you throw a knee out, back when I used to ride sport bikes, it was nice to know you had some heat in the tires. So that's handy. But for baggers, that back tire pressure is really hard to check. So all right, so it comes with some instructions, and here's the actual monitor right here. This is about the size like an Apple Watch or something. I guess it's a little fatter than that, but it's about that size. But yeah, taking that back bag off is, just to check your pressure could be a pain. So this thing turns on by just vibration. So right now it's not because it's off. You can turn it on by the buttons on the side. This is the bar mount, which I ended up not using because it was not the right size for my bars. But here's the little nuts to hold it on, and the power cable to charge your the screen for it. So also in this bag is the tools. So you have like the little wrench to take on and off the nuts, the locking nuts on the valve stems, and it also has these little kind of like a cog looking kind of gear tools. That'll actually take your TPMS sensor apart to change the batteries in them. They have like little watch batteries in there. They say they last about 8 months on those sensors of pretty constant riding. So we'll see how my fair weather riding holds up on the batteries on them. So all right, so here's a look at everything you get in the box. You get your front and rear sensors. They have an F and an R on them, so you can make sure you put the one on the right tire. You put the front on the front and the rear on the rear. You got like your instruction booklet. Looks like it's pretty well written. Pretty decent anyway. It's not like super difficult to understand. Shows you how to put them on your valve stem, and also the instructions for setting up the warning system, basically. So when your tires get too high or too low, you can basically pick what pressures you want to do that in. Also, you can also pick the temperature where you want the warning to pop up on. And if you have a problem with the syncing too, you can resync them, but they come synced already. And yeah, like I said, here's your parameters and stuff. And then here it shows you kind of how to take the sensors apart to change that watch battery we were talking about. So that's what these little gear, little cog things, basically a little tool. So try to keep those somewhere in the toolbox so I don't lose those. And then, like I said, you have your tool and your locking nuts for the actual valve stem. So when you put your sensor on, first you put the nut on, then you tighten the nut up to the sensor. So all right, now for the actual screen here. So on this side here, it has the mini USB charger for it. This is all waterproof, is what the book says. So or at least water resistant. And you have your set button on the side, and you have your your select button on the side. You have to hold the button down to turn it on initially, but after that, then it'll basically turn on and off with vibration. And here's your bar mount. It just screws on. Basically, it has like your tripod mount, like your, what is that, a 1/4 inch screw in there. So All right, so like I said, you hold this button down and then it'll actually turn on. So you can hear it flashing, or see it flashing and hear it beeping. It's telling me there's no pressure and no temperature as well, but that's because the sensors are just sitting on the table. Well, actually it has temperature, but yeah, no air pressure, so that's because there's, you know, not on the tires. So let's go put it on the bike and see how well it works. We just take off the stock valve cap here. Then it comes with like a little nut. Basically, that's going to be what's going to lock that other the sensor on. So put that down. And then you make sure you got the one with the F on it. And you put that bad boy on there. And then you'd spin your little locking nut up. Comes with like a cool little wrench to tighten it on there. And just do the same for the back. Right now, I just got it mounted here. It's kind of got a, I did get a different clamp. The one they sent me was not large enough to go around my diameter of my bars. I was kind of hoping to mount it down here, but I was afraid that it might scratch, because with the Road Glide, the bars move independently. So I was kind of afraid of that. But the actual clamp that I had to use has kind of a screw on it, and it was gonna hit my Speedo here. So I didn't want to do that. So I put it up here for now. It's kind of bigger than I thought. It looks nice. I mean, it's gonna be very helpful, but yeah, I might try to relocate it. I mean, because honestly, I really only need it before and after the ride. It's kind of nice where it'll flash at you, you know, if you have a problem while you're riding, but I don't know. For the most part, I just want it before every ride, you know, just be able to quick check rather than have to bust out the old trusty. So right now it looks like I'm at 35 and 38. Need to put a little bit more air in the front and the back. I'd like to be about 36 and 40. All right, so we have about 35 in there or so. Oh, as soon as we take it off, you can hear it up there beeping. So it's saying it just lost pressure, so. Oh, yeah, this is about 34 and a half. So we probably lost maybe half a PSI when we pulled it off. That says 35 now, so. Let's pump it up to 36. Good. Gotta be quick with it. Set in the way. So put our nut back on. And then put our sensor back on. There it goes. You heard it already stop beeping at me, so it's already reading that pressure. Let's read it before we lock it down. Let's see what we got. It still says 35, but you know, honestly, I might have to actually ride it to see if it went up. And I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm going riding on that. It's actually stopped raining. It's not as dramatic as I was hoping. And it just shuts off automatically, like after, I don't know, 30 seconds or 1 minute of no vibration. Basically, it just, your bike just running, just anything touches it, you know, just any kind of movement, it'll click itself back on. They say the battery in that will last 1 year, but it has that mini USB charger on it. So you just charge that. I'll probably charge it like in the winter time, you know. Yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, it's a little big. I might try to move it down. I've even thought about maybe just mounting it down here, like in my little glove box, because I don't have the speaker in my pod. So, in my lowers. So I could even just put it in there. Just something I could check, you know, like real quick before we go for a ride. I'm not really too concerned about it while it's riding, although it is kind of nice to know your temperature before you hit a twisty. Make sure you have some good temperature in the tires, but I don't know, we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just get used to it. I mean, it's really not too big, I guess, just different. We're not used to having something on the bars there, so Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I just wanted to do a quick video of this. Done a couple upgrades that have not been on video. I did finally get my intake done. I did the Vance and Hines fuel pack on there, so finally got my stage 1 complete. It only took me 5 years, right? But I didn't really do any videos on that just because I felt like it's been done a million times. But I did throw some pictures on my Instagram. So if you follow me on there, you would have saw that we did that. So, but anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.